Good morning, and what a beautiful morning it is. Oh, let me tell you, last night I got great sleep, but let me see. My monitors are blocking the light, pardon me, but I will say this. Last night I got some of the best sleep I've ever had. I literally made my mind believe that it hasn't rested in months. To be honest, that's what it felt like. My mind has not stopped in months. So I started meditating. I was not sitting up, I was laying flat on my back. I had the sound on my TV, and I turned the screen off. And I forced myself into a deep sleep. Now, for those of you that actually know me and know how my sleep is, usually my sleep has to be induced by a sleep medication, which I have not had in months. So the lack of sleep has been real, which with me, a lack of sleep causes me to be extremely moody, extremely disassociated with everything and everybody. Now, when I'm moody, it is don't look at me, don't think about me, don't text me, don't call me, don't do anything, because you're going to get the brunt of it. And it's not even directed at you. It's just coming out. Now, I'm hoping that last night's sleep did justice, because I'm real close to just saying, you know what? I'm out. I'm done. I'm not doing it. But I know I have to. So, with that being said, sleep and it's like we go hand in hand. I love to sleep. We know this. We all know this. And that's probably why I'd rather not have anybody in my life that is going to drain me. And when I say drain, I mean my energy. Because that will be my go-to fix, is to just sleep and shut them out. And it won't be because I'm irritated. It won't be because I'm not wanting to deal with it. When I have no energy or very low energy, my mood begins to shift. And when my mood shifts, I must be running on reserves, to be honest. I think I'm on reserves, because a lot of the things that I've done or that I do, I don't know where I'm getting the energy from. I don't know how I'm continuing to do. But I do. And let me tell you, when I'm done, I literally do not touch anything electronic. I don't touch my phone. I don't touch laptops, iPads, TVs, nothing. And I always know when a full moon is coming, because everything around me that can be a transformer or conduct electricity will shock me. I can be at my mom's house, no shoes on, and I go to hand her something, and I will get shocked. That's how I know a full moon is coming. Now, which full moon, it does not matter. As long as the moon is going to be full, I will get shocked. My body will charge itself. And it feels like when I'm charged and I'm already in a mood not to be bothered, it's like giving anger itself an energy boost. And I've been dealing with that for some time. I don't know the specific name, but when I have so much anger in my body and then the full moon is coming, it's like energizing anger. I cannot speak to anybody. I cannot be around anybody. I cannot communicate with people because I've gotten such an energy boost, and I'm already in that mood of don't bother me. It gets bad. Okay, it really does. When I'm at my mom's house and this happens, I have to leave. Because it's like everything that's said, it's like nitpicking. So I leave. And it's nothing personal. It's really not, it's not anything personal. It's just when I'm getting that energy boost and I'm already starting that mood of don't, to keep arguments away, to keep frustration down, to keep the peace, practically, I have to remove the anger. And since that anger is within me, I have to remove myself. Which is not always fun, because I could be wanting to stay around my family, but then at the same time, my mood shifts because of lack of sleep, and then I'm getting charged. So, yeah, it gets bad. But last night, I know there's a full moon coming. I know it is. With retrograde over in Aquarius, I feel like I am able to maintain, so to speak, but also with the tug of war going on, I feel it. And it's like a battle between good and evil. So that is something that's bombarding me. And even with that, I'm catching it. And that makes me easily angered. And a lot of people don't grasp the fact of how connected I am to the universe and to the earth. So when I'm not doing my videos, I am either working or I'm asleep, or I'm busy taking care of something else. It's funny because I always keep in mind what needs to be done. So when I'm at home and I'm supposed to be resting, my mind is not. And I can't shut my mind down all the time. So my mind goes even when I'm asleep, like it did last night. My mind was just going, just going, just going. But I was in a deep sleep. So my conscious didn't acknowledge my subconscious. So my subconscious was going. My conscious was literally unconscious. There was no acknowledgement of the two. Though I'm fully aware of what took place while I was asleep, I don't remember detail. And for the past couple of weeks, I've been having this reoccurring dream or reoccurring vision of me being in someone else's body or being in someone else's conscious. But it wasn't a bad thing. I found it to be hilarious because this one part always sticks out in my mind, no matter what I'm doing. Now, for those of you that remember the show Murder, She Wrote, you might get this. Because this certain part where it's a lot of people standing in the foyer of a very big home. You could basically, it's a mansion and it's very big. And she's going to walk out, and I'm like 5 feet behind her to her right, and something strikes my mind, and I'll say, Murder, She Wrote, come have a sit. And she looks back at me like she pivots, and she's looking back at me, and she's like, what? Hold on. Okay, that's a little better. I'm not so dark. And she looks at me and she's just like, huh? And I'll say, Murder, She Wrote, come here. And I'm like, this whole time, I'm like, what does that mean? Like, why is this so significant that it keeps sticking out in my mind? I don't know. I guess it's like we're doing the Clue type deal in the mansion. I don't know. Because it's always that part that's sticking out in my mind. Of just me saying, I'm Murder, She Wrote, come here, have a sit. I don't know why. Because I haven't watched that show 3 decades. Okay? Give or take a few years. So I don't know why that part is sticking out. And I believe it was Angela Lansbury, I think. Don't quote me. But that's the only part that sticks out in my mind. And for the life of me, I can't figure out why. Maybe you can. I don't know. I mean, to a point, I can read myself. I've done several readings on myself. But it's never been anything bad. And I am thankful for that because, I've done a reading on myself before, and what actually took place in the reading actually took place in real life, like in real time. Though it was not instant, it took a few months. And the way my cards showed me that I would react I did, but I didn't, if that makes any sense. It hurt to get that news, but at the same time, I expected it. So I was already prepared to receive the news that I got. I just didn't, it didn't hurt. It was just like, And maybe, that's wrong of me, but, I'm human, I think. I don't know if I'm human, if I'm superhuman, I don't know. And I know when people hear that, it's like, oh my God, this guy is crazy. No. And I don't mean like Superman, X-Men, superhuman. I don't mean like that. I mean like another level. Because everybody I've come in contact with recently has told me how special I am, has told me how gifted I am. And I'm just like, where is this coming from? And a lot of people will not communicate with me because I see through them. And I'll tell them, point blank, period. Like, no. This right here, no. We're not doing this. Not at all. And I'll get the question, why? What do you mean? What are you talking about? And I'm like, you may be trying to fool me or yourself or other people, but I see through it. You are not the type of person that I want to have any communication with. You are not the type of person I want to have any dealings with. So please, could you do us both a favor and save us both grief and exit stage left? I mean, so many people, even people I used to know, people I used to hang out with and do off the wall crazy fun stuff with. Bye. There's only one, two. There are only two people that I still communicate with from back in my teenage and early 20s. Two. Everybody else, I don't want to. I have no drive, no desire, no want, no need, nothing to communicate with anybody else. Everybody that I've met from 15 to 22 has tried to destroy me. And when I say has tried to destroy me, I am referring to my spirit. There are so many people that do not want me to be happy, do not want me to succeed. They do not want me to become better. They wanted me to stay at that place where they met me as they rise. Nope. Sorry. That's not the way I am built. That is not the way I am wired. That is not the way that I work. So I have dismissed everybody. And now, well, last week I found out that my best friend passed on. And that hurt. Because first it was her mom, and then it was her. So that hurt. Her mom passing, that hit me hard. It really did. But now that they're both gone, that hurts more. And she was one of the people that knew 98% of everything about me. And the fact that she held on 2 days after my birthday, because we promised each other we would not leave the other one behind. And for her to leave and me not able to say goodbye to her, that's what hurt the most. I couldn't be that friend to say goodbye. We would always call each other twin. She was the female version of me, I was the male version of her. And you could not get air between us. And the funny thing is that even her and I would have our disagreements, our fights, our battles, whatever you want to call it. But we would always be intertwined. Something would happen, I'd call her, I'd text her. Something would happen, she would call me or she would text me. And we never had any bad feelings toward each other, ever. But the funny thing, a few weeks ago, I felt something. I felt it, I sensed it. Something was not right. But even then, that feeling came too late. I had a vision of my sister coming to my house, and she had the little ones with her. And as I got through my hugs and my hellos, I went to hug her, and it's like she just let go in my arms. She literally just let go of life. And I literally watched my sister pass away in my arms. And that's how I took it when I found out that my best friend died. So that was the significance in my life. But the way it was shown to me is that it was being shown to me in the form of my sister, because that's how I viewed my best friend, as a sister. And that was supposed to be...
Battery 50%.
Thank you. My phone was talking to me. That was supposed to be my okay, let's figure this out. It's a female, there's children involved, there's a significance. But when I first got this vision, she had already passed on. So I don't know what I was supposed to do. I don't know. Maybe that was, the universe telling me that I lost someone. I'm going to sit here and smile because I feel the tears coming. And I know my best friend There were no tears. Even though we would cry sometimes about certain things, she would not want me crying because she's no longer here. But sometimes I can't help it because that was my twin. We were literally twins. And I feel like half of me is no longer here. We had so much fun together. We had so much fun. So many fun-filled trips around the city, so much. I mean, we did so much. I did things with my twin that I would have never done with anybody else. Like running through a store, playing with the ball in the store. Like, I never would have done any of that had it not been for her. But she's gone. She just left. She literally just left. Not a word. I just hope that when she left, before she left, she was not hurting. I hope she was not in pain. I hope she just went to sleep. And we've talked about this before. And she said that when her time comes, she just wants to go to sleep. I hope that she got it. I just hope that she just laid down and went to sleep. No pain, no panicking, no fears, just good night. She just went to sleep. Like any other night, just lay down, go to sleep. So, sorry. My friend, my sister, my twin. I know you're with your mom and your son. I just hope one day we meet again. I hope one day we meet again. My friend, my sister, my twin. I hope we meet again. And on that note, gonna go and cut some of these strings because they are coming to say hello. They're like this. Hey. But I know my friend is gone physically. And it's not the same. But now at least I can talk to her at any moment. And she's with her mom. So I cannot be selfish because she did leave her children behind. So she may physically be gone, but within all of her children, she can still be seen. And that's a fact. I'm just sad because I'll never have one of her hugs again. And I won't get another chance to hear her laugh, nor hear the sound of her voice. So, I'm gonna go, and I hope everybody has a good day.